Good morning, campers. It is day 37 on the TA. We have left the town of Huntley. It is now almost 8 a.m. and we're about 3 1/3 kilometers into our day. As you can tell, we are walking next to a road, which is kind of why I've waited to try to do this opening video for a little while longer, but we've got a little over 2 more kilometers to go before we start heading up, and I'm thinking heading up into that area right there. We're not entirely sure yet where we're going, but today we've got a good bit of elevation ahead of us, but it will still be a shorter day. Probably about 17.5 kilometers or so, something like that. So thought it was going to be a sunnier day than it is right now, and maybe it'll turn out that way. Right now it's pretty overcast, but that's okay too because it keeps the temperature down. So that'll be nice if it stays like this, at least while we're climbing. Yeah, we've got this big climb coming up here, and that'll be the majority of our day. When we get to the top of that, we go down the other side and into the next town. And at this point, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. It is, I'll put it below so you can see it. And I will find out how to say it later. All right, that's it for now. Hope you're well and having a great day. All right, we are starting our climb to for our day on the Kauri Loop track. There's some stats for you. We're also going to be on the Hakiramata walkway for a while, if not for a long while. And we've got about 10.3 till we get to the summit. 6 miles or so. So this is where the climbing begins. We understand there are a lot of steps going up and going down. Like over 2,000 is what we've heard. So we'll see. I'm not going to count. And we are not going that way. We are headed this way towards what is, at least on Google, says the last Kauri tree, but I think what it means is it's a very old Kauri tree. I'm not really sure. We're going to see when we get there in a little bit. The size of this tree is not being done justice at all in these pictures, but that is quite an impressive tree.
So this is not the largest living Kauri. This one's 30 meters. The largest one is 52 meters.
So not necessarily the oldest or the largest, but it was one that was left here as they were back in the 1800s, when they were clearing these mountainsides for logging purposes to build boats and ships and houses and things like that. So yeah, fortunately they left this one.
Here's another one right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. And there's another. Yeah, there are large ones right here, and a bunch of small ones all around us. There's a bunch right here. That sign there was very interesting, just talking about the the young trees having different shaped leaves, and I get the Kauri has male and female cones on one tree, and I guess they estimate that oldest one to be 2,000
years old.
Yeah, not the one that is here, the ones that's in another forest. So this is Kauri Grove here. A little bit of a muddy climb today, but it's dried out enough that it's really actually grippy. So it's not bad at all. We can keep moving. It's not 1 foot forward, 2 steps back, like it was the other day when we were just sliding back down the hill after you take a step. All right, we have made it to the summit. I think it was about 8:30 in the morning when we started, and it's now 2:30 in the afternoon when we got here. So yeah, that was a good 6 hours, and with a lunch break and another short little break in between there. So there's not a huge view up here that most of the way, but we got a couple peeking out here. There's a helicopter pad up here and a tower. And down the steps to town. How many did it say there were? Like 1,400 of them or something? A lot. Nice little stream and waterfall here on our way down the hill. Oops. And if you're going the other way, make sure you fill up here, because this is it all the way to town. There's no water up on top. We're not on a weekend, but there's quite a few people out doing this climb, coming to see the waterfall and going all the way to the top. One guy was even coming out and doing it multiple times as his exercise routine. We are entering, or we're walking around the outskirts now of the town of Ngāruawāhia, just looking at a war memorial there in this park. All right, here we are with the wrap-ups for days 36 and 37. So yesterday, day 36, was a nice, easy day, but it was a beautiful day, really. It was all some roads, but not a lot, but mostly
just walking up along the river. On a
they call it a stop bank. Essentially it's like a levee.
Yes.
That we would have in the U.S. Just the raised area between the river and town or whatever's on the other side. It's all grassy though.
Sometimes it was tall.
Yeah, some of it was waist deep, but most of it was probably, I don't know, calf deep or something like that.
Until we got to the golf course.
Yeah. But otherwise, it was fine. Our feet were wet, But I don't know. That's been the norm for the last
It has been.
week or so, just with rain and mud and all that kind of stuff. So, but having this kind of wet feet, not walking through water or whatever, or having just getting rained on,
Right.
it was fine. I thought it was a good day.
Yeah, me too. We
yeah.
needed it. We needed a short day.
Yeah, it was a shorter, 16 and a half, I think I said, kilometers.
Yeah.
So, 10 miles or so. And, it was nice, just to kind of let our legs recover a little bit, even, and still get some miles done.
Right.
So we stopped at or we didn't stop. Well, we did. We took a break at the golf course. And what I was going to say is we met a couple of locals there that were out golfing. Had a nice chat with one of them, at least. The others were ready to continue to golfing. But that was a nice chat. He was talking to...
we want to talk about the state of American politics.
So he talked a little bit about that and just
We'll
asked
leave it
us...
at that.
asked us, kind of what, about the trail a little bit, things like that, where we had been and where we were going. So it was nice. It's always nice to talk to locals. We enjoy that. So, or non-locals as well. Anybody. But that was, kind of the highlights of the day. It was just nice walking along the river and having that easy day. And then last night we got into the town of Huntley, went right to the Indian restaurant for lunch, which was lovely.
That was very good.
Yeah, it was very good. There aren't many places to stay in Huntley. We had a number of our friends stay at another place. It doesn't matter where it was.
I
Yeah,
think.
something like that. And we stayed at the Essex Arms, which is right in town. We chose that because it was right across from the laundromat, right down the street from the grocery store. Restaurants are all right there and everything. So centrally located.
Yes.
It's a little dated, but otherwise it was fine.
Yeah.
The only issues I guess that we had
Manager
were,
was very nice.
Oh yeah, manager was very nice. It's most of it is the hotel rooms I think aren't used that much anymore, but the bar is still open, so it seems like the local hangout in that regard. But otherwise, yeah, it was fine. Mm-hmm. Room was clean, showers and and everything were great. Then we moved on this morning and did a 19 or so kilometer day. And yeah, today
we had about what, 3 miles out of town?
Something
was
like
flat
that.
road, and then we got to the walkway.
Right. The Cowrie.
Oh, the Cowrie Loop.
Yeah, the Cowrie
But then
Loop.
that turned into the
the
walkway.
Yeah, the walkway, which I can't quite remember the name of at the moment, but
it's okay.
Harakamoda, something like that. Yeah. So the Cowrie Loop was that part that we did, the part that is the trail. That was nice. Got to see the
large Cowrie tree.
The large Cowrie tree.
About 30 meters.
Is that
Not
what it
the
was?
tallest one. Yeah, that one was 30
Okay.
meters. Not the tallest one that they have
Okay.
on the North Island. I don't know where
Right.
the other one is.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
They probably keep it hidden away.
that's probably true. Yeah, so it can't be taken down. But it was neat because then right after that large old Cowrie tree was a grove of Cowrie trees. There were some large ones in there too, but there were also lots of smaller ones. They grow extremely slowly, apparently. So that's why they're very protective of them. And for other reasons, there's a disease that is kind of going around right now that they're protective, trying to keep them safe. So, but that was neat. That was neat to kind of a space to go through. So then after that, first of all, there are a lot of steps in there. There are a lot of steps today in general, but after that, it took us 6 hours, a good 6 hours to get through that elevation section today.
Muds and roots.
Lots of mud, lots of roots. Yeah. I don't know. What other thoughts about that space today?
No, it was. They were up. The guy was up doing maintenance at the heliopad.
Right, when we got to the summit.
The tower.
Yeah.
No, it was good. Saw some locals then who were exercising on the steps coming up.
Right.
So it was nice to kind of chat with them as well.
Right.
As we were making our way down.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good day. It was a challenging day. I don't know about difficult necessarily, but challenging.
Yeah.
Again, just getting up some of the hills with the mud, things like that, and yeah, just roots and stuff. So, but yeah, hey, that's walking on trail. So anyway, so we made our way. Then after that, we came down, way down, lots of steps, all the way down to I didn't practice the name of it. The town that we are in now, I will say it tomorrow morning, and because I'm going to have to look at it again, and because I know I'm going to be wrong if I say it. So that's where we are now. We're in a little hotel here, and tomorrow we move on to Hamilton. Yeah. So we're excited about that. It's the last big city until we get to the south end of the North Island, down to Wellington. So so this is kind of an exciting next step for us after Auckland.
We get new shoes.
That is the big thing. Yes. So our shoes are wearing down. Yeah, the inserts are wearing down. So it's time. So anyway, yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. Should be an easy day. Walking a bike path, essentially.
Yes.
Pretty much all the way down into the city, and then we are going to take a day off. We haven't had one in probably a week and a half, something like
Maybe.
that.
I don't know. I lose track.
Yeah. So anyway, so all right, that was day 37. And day 38 a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So hope you're well, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Good night.